What's going on, collective? What's going on, collective? Welcome to the Daily Collective Message. For those of you who are new here, my name is Shawnee. This is Melanated Mindfulness Tarot. I upload daily collective messages. I also upload shorts, so check those out. And I also upload zodiac sign messages when or as the opportunity presents itself for me to do so. Right? If you have not yet subscribed to the channel, here's your invitation to go ahead and join us all on our spiritual development journeys. We would love to have you in this space with us. If you're interested in booking a session with me, or if you're interested in following me on any of the other platforms, make sure you check out the description area because all of that information will be down there or in there. Again, this is a collective message for today. Let's go ahead and say our prayer over the energy surrounding us type of thing, and then we'll get into the message. Angels, ancestors, spirit guide, God, energy itself, you know our heart and you know our situation. Can you please give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message with an open mind and an open heart? You know our hearts and our situations. We ask that you only can unblock anything that's in the way of our awareness, our clarity, our confirmation, our transformation, and to show us the necessary changes that need to be made in order for us to vibrate in a higher vibrational way. Ashe, amen. Alright, thank you. Spirit, you know what it is. Can you give us the cards that we need in order for us to be able to see things in the way that you would like us to see them in this moment, for us to be able to elevate and evolve? What's going on? Oh, there it goes. There's the one. That's the one. Spirit, can we have the cards that we need in order for us to be able to receive the message with an open mind and an open heart? So far, we just got one. I want to at least get 3. Oh, I think we got like 4 or 5. Let's see what we got here. All right. Collective energy of the day. Okay, underneath it all, there is the 10 of Wands, right? Y'all know I'll be having to hold these up so I can get my steals. So there's the 10 of Wands, okay? And that is the energy of feeling like you have so much to do. Like you just doing so much, right? Whether it's for yourself or for somebody else. The good thing about that is like it's not going to get any more like intense, or it's not going to get any. 10 is the highest one in the deck. 10 is the highest number in the tarot deck. So it's like when you reach that 10, all you really can do is either stay there or reset, but it's not going to get any worse than what it already seems like it is what I'm explaining. So listen, when you feel like you are having to do too much, when you feel, whether it's for yourself or anybody else, you're in control of that. Like you have to understand how much power you have over your day-to-day actions and day-to-day activities, right? You're choosing just because you think it has to get done in that moment doesn't necessarily mean that it does. So the best thing that you can do is start writing shit down. Like start writing things down, writing things out so that you can actually keep track of what you need to do when you get it done, or and then you could even prioritize. So when I say write things down, not necessarily, you can use pen and paper, yeah, but you also have your phone. Like there is tools that you can utilize on a day-to-day basis that you're not using. Your alarms, your reminders, your to-dos, your notes, like all of that. Like you pay for this stuff, and it's easily accessed. Right? Like you have easy access to these things. So just start using them, right? And that way you can release some of that shit that you actually are holding on to. And then again, like trying to remember everything. Do you know how many thoughts you have on a day-to-day basis? Question mark. Like you don't have to keep it all in your brain. And if you try to, you're sure to forget something. That's how you be forgetting shit all the time. But that was just the underneath it all energy. Let's get into it. The first card on the table is the devil. Okay. So this is talking about like the things that are pleasing to your flesh, right? So there's something that's pleasing to your flesh that you I feel like you want to let it go. Like, it's, you know how you be back and forth in your mind, like, damn, that shit feel good, but I need to let it go. You know, like that type of energy, whether it's friendship, relationship, whether it's an activity, a habit, a thought process, right? It could be all of the above, because that is a major arcana card. It feels good to you physically, yeah, but spiritually, it's like, I know I need to let this go, right? When you do that, you're going to put yourself, like, listen, when you trust yourself, when you become obedient to yourself, like, get into alignment, you put yourself in a position to receive so much more than what you've been settling for. Ain't nothing to be scared about, like, worried about, you know. When it comes time for you to let something go, love, it's time for you to let something go. And it's either you gonna do it willingly or unwillingly. And from my experience, I don't like being forced to do anything. Nobody really likes to be forced to doing something, especially when you know you have the option to get it done yourself, right? So this is where that discipline comes in. This is when maybe even some type of self-respect, right? Like, this is, you want other people to respect you, you have to respect yourself as well. This can be a number of different things, right? But the collective energy that I'm pulling up on, let it go. You know exactly what it is. And even if you have to let it go for right now, that don't mean you got to let it go forever. Maybe, but maybe not. You know what I'm saying? You're doing things to put yourself in a position to be able to receive more, right? When you do that, what you do is you elevate your own energy, right? Just think about it. Think about, like, okay, the energy of, damn, I need to let this go. Like, I know this shit ain't good for me. You know what I'm saying? Think of that energy and how that makes you feel, opposed to, shit, I don't let that shit go. Like, now I get to move forward. Like, it's in your mind still gonna try to trick you into wanting to go back into the thing that you've been most comfortable with or familiar with for so long. But you have to keep on pushing. Like, this is where the strength, the discipline, the willpower actually comes in. You know what I'm saying? And you have it. You have it. You have it. You have it. But what you gonna have to do is stop putting yourself around those people who you pretty much are trauma bonding with. Like, y'all share these experiences, y'all share these things that y'all have in common, but it's based on your traumas and shit. You understand where I'm coming from? Like, that's why you find it easy to fall back into the situation or fall back into the energy that this is presenting, because the people around you understand you most when you're in that space, right? So it makes you feel uncomfortable not to be relatable. You know what I'm saying? Like, it makes you feel like an outcast almost, right? To not be associated with this energy that everybody knows you to be around. You get what I'm saying? So you have to really pick and choose at this point, like, how you want to move forward. Pay attention to the relationships that you have with people. And I'm not just talking about in a romantic way. I'm not like, it can be intimate relationships, platonic relationships. It can be friendships, partnerships, business and shit. Like, you just have to really pay attention to what this energy is, right? It's like, y'all coming from like that trauma bonding space, right? A small place, and then y'all find, you know, like, y'all common areas, and that's how y'all so relatable. But in how can I describe that? It can be relatable on that side, but you can also find like some healing things that y'all can be relatable towards. Like, what are y'all goals? What are y'all interests? What are y'all trying to accomplish? You get what I'm saying? And even if the end goal is not the same, at least, you know, if y'all want better, one of y'all may be trying to make more money and the other one could be trying to become healthier. At the end of the day, y'all still have a goal. Y'all still have like an interest in becoming better in some way, shape, or form, opposed to holding on to the drama, the toxicity, the negativity, the BS, and, you know, all the chaos and shit that most of us start connecting and bonding off of. Again, everything is energy, baby. You have to recognize and realize that. If you're tired of feeling like you always got to do so much, now it's time to make certain shifts. Because with your sun card being in reverse, this is like you've closed yourself off to being able to receive the things that are coming to you, right? And And sometimes we be so caught up in what we do on a day-to-day basis that we don't recognize and realize like how the very things that we're doing are the reasons why we are not receiving the stuff that we're trying to come into. Right? So you really at this point have to pay attention and be honest with yourself. And don't think that it's going to be too hard, and don't think that it's going to be too complicated, because it's really, really not. Like, if you can do that shit for one day, boo, you can do that shit for 2 days. If you can do it for 2 days, you can do it for 3 days. If you can do it for 3 days, you can do it for 4. What don't kill you is only going to make you stronger. It's really the discipline and you being able to be in control of yourself mentally and emotionally for you to be able to get into that space that you know you're trying to get into. Yes, of course, it's easier said than done. Don't bite my head off, but it's doable. Like, it's doable. So just pay attention. Pay attention to you. Like, really be honest with yourself when it comes to like, what do you want? How do you like, what do you want? What's actually keeping you from it, right? And be okay with letting that thing go. Even if it's just for a little while. That thing, that person, that whatever. Like, be okay with letting it go in order for you to experiment to see like how it's going to treat you, like how the energy going to shift around you in order for you to be able to get closer to accomplishing your goals, or you know, living out your greatest dreams and shit like that. It's not on you, it's in you, and you got to recognize that. You have to believe that you have the power to do what it is that you need to do for yourself. And again, maybe you might need to stop surrounding, maybe you have to stop surrounding yourself with certain people for a while, just so that you can get like disciplined enough to stop fucking around with the fuck around, because you ain't trying to find out. Like, if you ain't trying to find out what's on the other side, like, how can I describe that? You gonna fuck around and find out that the very thing that you're holding on to is what's keeping you from getting to the other side. Like, it's, the door's already open. Now it's just time for you to walk through it, basically. Now it's just time for you to walk through it. Listen, walk through it. You done held yourself up for too long already. Ain't nothing else to it but to do it. So with that being said, I definitely hope this message brought you some type of clarity, confirmation, some type of transformations, letting you know where you may need to implement the necessary changes in order for you to get into that high vibrational space that you're trying to operate in, or that you're heading towards. Because I don't even really like saying trying. You ain't gotta try, you just gotta do. With that being said, I appreciate you. I definitely hope you took something from this message. Make sure you tap back in. Have an amazing day. Peace.